We're out here cleaning up my yard, getting ready for our new wood coming in for the spring. It took us 3 days to cut up all this firewood here, getting it ready for the log splitter. This is all a mixture of oak, maple, cherry, ash, hickory, sassafras, locust. There's a little bit of elm mixed in. It was back-breaking work getting all this wood cut up. And then throughout the winter, we split all this wood, being that the winter was so warm. We really didn't sell a lot of it. This wood is all ready for sale, but unfortunately nobody buys firewood in May. So we have to sit on it until August, September. We have over 300 of these metal cages that we stack the firewood in. This right here is a half cord. So 2 of these cages equal a cord. This rack here is all oak. So as long as we have 2 of these packed tight and about 8 to 10 inches hanging over the side here, that's a half cord. And what we do is we come in with the skid steer, pick it up and dump it into any of the trucks that we have. We did a lot clearing job about 2 months ago. There were about 50 or 60 cherry trees. So we separated it all from the pile and we stuck it over here. We sell the cherry for more money because it's pretty hard wood to get around here. So when we do get it, we separate it and we sell it at a premium. So I would say there's about 15 to 20 cords right here. And this diameter is really the limit that we use for the splitter because it's too much of a pain to split any wood that is bigger than this. This piece here is about 30 inches in diameter, so that's pretty much our limit. Anything bigger than that, you're fighting it with the log split. Well, we were picking through that big pile I just showed you. These are the pieces that we don't want to split. Either they're too big, they're rotten. For instance, this piece, this maple here has cable growing into it. So we don't want to sell that. We want the quality of our firewood to be the best. So there's plenty of instances before we actually split the firewood that we start taking the bad wood out. For instance, when we're on a job, if we have half maple, half pine, depending on how much maple is in the load, if there's more than the pine, we'll just bring that whole load to the dump. Or if it was the other way around, we'd bring the wood here to the yard and take the pine out, keep the maple. And then sometimes wood does get mixed in with the cut up firewood. So that's when we take the time now, before we start splitting it, to separate it. But you can see this Norway maple here has got a cavity in it. We wouldn't use that for firewood. And then there's a piece of pine right there. And there's some cottonwood. That's all junk. So we keep the quality of our wood high. That's why we get a premium for our firewood, because there's so much involved into getting good pieces of firewood. And you can see this ash. We cut this tree down maybe a week and a half ago. But you can see all the knots in it. It's going to be a nightmare for us to split on the log splitter. And then there's a big Norway maple here piece. And you can see some more pine right there. And these pieces over here are rotten. We wouldn't want to sell that, so we take that out of the pile. And all this wood here gets recycled. And all the bark, we don't sell this. Some companies mix this in because they don't want to spend the extra money to get rid of it. So we separate that from the pile as well. Miguel's bringing over a rotten piece of maple. It's not even worth us keeping that, again, because it's garbage, so he's going to put that over into the junk pile. You can see the cavity in it.